TJ fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana. TJ fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana. TJ fuck, TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana. TJ fuck, TJ fuck, banana.
TJ fucked a
Banana. Banana. Banana.
banana.
Banana. Banana.
Banana. Do it again.
Warning. The Drunken Peasants podcast is full of comedic exaggerations, independent thought, insensitivity, and other offensive content. We strongly urge all viewers and listeners to keep their brains in their skulls throughout the entire duration of this podcast. Failure to do so will result in immediate death. If you wish to support this podcast, there are several ways to do so. First, you can sign up for a free audiobook trial at audibletrial.com/drunkenpeasants. Audible is the foremost seller of audiobooks today with hundreds of thousands of titles to satisfy all manner of tastes. Second, if you shop on Amazon.com, please use the Amazon affiliate links in the description section of this video. Every purchase you make helps to support this podcast's existence. Third, please peruse our merchandise and see if any of it strikes your fancy. We sell a lot of t-shirts, so we must be doing something right. One more thing before I go. To make an official submission to the Drunken Peasants, whether it be a video for one of our segments, or fan art, or a picture of you wearing one of our shirts, or anything you think we might want to use on the show, that stuff needs to be sent to the Drunken Peasants Facebook inbox. Please do not send correspondence, as this will be deleted unread. With all that shit out of the way, it's time to begin the show.
Coming to you live from the frigid armpit of America, this is the Drunken Peasants podcast with Ben and TJ, bringing you opinions of the news from an altered perspective.
Fuck it! Hey, man. You got a joint? No, not on me, man.
I don't have facts to back this up.
It'd be a lot cooler if you did.
What the fuck you talking about, atheist?
It's okay.
You're nothing, TJ. You're garbage.
I just want to be liked.
You're garbage.
And now, here are your hosts, Ben and TJ.
We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live.
Hello, everyone, and
Fucking
welcome
thing sucks.
to the Drunken Peasants special edition, Cutting the Fat. Because this is the episode where all of you learn that the others are just cogs in the fucking machine.
Worthless.
And the real motherfuckers running the show are here right now, bitches.
If TJ disputes that, may he speak up now?
Yes.
TJ.
Oh, I don't hear him.
Let's give him 5, 4, 3. He's got nothing to
No. Not only is he going to be blind, but he's also mute at this point.
say. He's gone, dude.
He's getting his eyes blasted with lasers right now.
And, one thing that we've briefly discussed, but something that I think that's really interesting is that we are in the works. We have ideas forming for a new DP intro. Which
Yes.
I think, we can't reveal anything yet, but I will say this, though. If we do it the way we want to do it, it is going to just blow people. I like the current intro and everything, but it will blow the current intro out of the water.
Wow.
Like, no, this is not, people say kayfabe, it's not kayfabe, it's not, we're making shit up. Like, we're really going to come out with an awesome fucking intro that's going to blow people away.
Wow. I can't wait for it. Yeah, I've heard some of the, beginning ideas for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, looking forward to that.
We will reveal more as time goes on.
Let's go ahead and take an opportunity to just talk about this really quick, because it went up since the last time. So now we got 117 people, and we're thinking about possibly getting this meetup shot so that people can end up seeing it.
We're talking to a couple people that do this for a living that we know. Then hopefully one of them will have the time, and then we're gonna actually film the entire meetup. Well, maybe not every second,
Yeah.
but there'll be a lot. All the good parts will be there, and you guys will be able to watch it if you want. But yeah, we're talking to someone about doing that. 'Cause we think it'd be kind of cool to you guys that can't make it, or you're on the other side of the world or whatever, can see what a Drunken Peasants meetup is like.
Yeah, and if we get over 100 people in this place that we're gonna have it at, it'll be pretty cool. So.
Yeah. What was the lowest attended meetup again, Ben? Which one was that? What city?
It was in New Orleans.
Oh, it's in New Orleans. New Orleans. Thanks, TJ. You fucking idiot.
But you know what? I never wanted that to be a competition, like originally. But then TJ was such a fuck about it that I was like, fine, TJ. And then I rubbed it in like, whose meetup had more people at it, TJ?
It was a wide margin too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking. I think maybe what 100 people attended New Orleans, and it was like 170 in Toledo or something.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous.
Like
it was. I mean, like honestly, we were shocked how many people showed up in Toledo. Let's put it that way.
Toledo's in a good location, like an easy location to travel to from other places.
Yes, I mean it definitely was. Albuquerque really is not, but wow,
No.
117 people. That's pretty awesome.
I'm surprised because Albuquerque is remote as fuck. It's about as remote as you can get in the like the lower 48 states.
Yeah.
So
the nearest city is what you said, like Denver or something, major city.
Well, El Paso probably is like 5 hours, and then Denver and Phoenix are like 6 hours away.
Yeah, Phoenix is a big city, so
yeah,
it's probably the biggest one of those three. So it's about 6 hours in any direction.
Yeah.
I think we're going to cover some, also during this, we're going to cover some old TJ and Paul vids. Did you pull any of those?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Some crazy people.
Crazy people. Hey, look, it's not an insult to call Paul crazy, because Paul has admitted on several occasions
that
he is in fact crazy. So there's not even any, like, I don't even feel bad saying that to anybody, because he's told me personally, I'm a little bit wacky, and I'm like, no, you're not a little bit. You are wacky, Paul. You're crazy. That's fine. I mean, like, I like crazy people.
He's a whole lot of wacky.
He's not like he's crazy in the sense he has crazy ideas, not crazy violent or anything. So we're cool.
No.
Yeah, so I mean, like, if he was crazy violent,
he's not violent. Not at
I don't
all.
know, man. I don't know. Sometimes playing video games with Paul, you think he is.
No.
I could see Paul throwing down over a video game.
He's just a whiny bitch when he loses, and then he wants you to admit that you are as salty as he is, and I'm sorry, I just don't get that salty. Like, I mean, like, if I try really hard and I lose, it's like, fuck, I wanted to win, that sucks. But then that's the end of it, and then I'm like, all right, it's not like I can't play again and try to win again, So whatever.
You're not so invested in the game.
Yeah.
You lose yourself to the game, whereas Paul kind of loses himself in games.
That video of Paul getting all salty is like, you can't watch it anywhere. Like, it was blocked in a worldwide because of some WWE shit that was in it.
Honestly, it's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because Paul
got mad and left.
Yeah, I pretty much just told him to fucking leave. That's what I was pretty much saying to him, like, in the nicest way possible. Is like, I'm not interested in having a conversation with you, Paul, because, I mean, at the point, he was so fucking salty and so butthurt. You just couldn't say anything. He said, Paul, the sky is blue. Fuck the sky being blue, motherfucker. I don't give a shit if the sky is fucking blue, bitch. What does that have to do with the game? The controller's lagging. This is lag.
Yeah.
It's like, whoa,
Can't do a backwards Hadouken. Only been doing them since 1992, Scotty. that was one of the funniest ones. Oh, and also we've decided to cover Tommy, and when we do,
somewhere we're looking through the list right now, but
it's right here. So that we don't play his videos, we're just gonna put this up every time.
The beautiful face of Tommy.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what? I mean, Jesus, you gotta stand the fuck back and admire such beauty in its natural and habitat environment. Well, I guess that would be Tommy e-begging.
Let's go right into the TJ and Paul stuff, because
why not? We're cutting the fat.
We're cutting the fat.
The BMI on this show just went way down. It's just going down. The cholesterol went down.
I used to feel like the floor in here was kind of bowed a little bit, but now, like, it feels way more stable this time.
You joke, but if TJ or Paul on a floor above you in a house, I mean, you fucking think an elephant is above you. You think you're here, you're running dum 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 dum. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
You know what? Yeah, TJ doesn't lift his feet when he walks, and because of that, he's like a fucking electric power plant, and he'll zap your ass. He'll like hand you something and he'll fucking zap you because he's too lazy to pick up his fucking feet.
Yeah,
when
no, he
walks.
shuffles. He's like, TJ, why are you fucking shuffling? That's why he hates to walk outside because he has to lift his fucking feet around here. Because, dude, me and TJ went to eat somewhere the other day and we had to walk up one fucking hill and TJ had almost said to stop. Like, I'm like, dude, you are so fucking fat. You can't walk up one fucking. We're not talking a fucking hill that's like this. We're not like a fucking high, like, you know, like a grade. We're talking like a normal fucking hill you'd find anywhere in the country, basically. Besides, like, the fucking, you know, Louisiana or some shit.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were climbing a mountain.
No,
or
fuck
anything.
no.
Yeah.
It was a paved fucking hill.
Oh,
Sucking fucking wind.
I'll tell you what, a month in Europe whipped TJ into shape. I mean, he wasn't in like great shape, but he was in better shape.
Well, yeah, he had to move his ass.
Yeah. So, I mean, if he wants to go back, is he going to go back in like the worst physical shape of his life?
Probably so.
Oh my God.
Dude, TJ, like, you know TJ. You think TJ's going to fucking exercise? I mean, come on. He's not going to exercise. TJ's not the kind of person.
He bought that fucking bike and then cut his beard off like 2 days later, like, I lost.
Dude, it was a fucking joke. TJ used the bike maybe one time. One fucking time he used this bike. And he's like, I'm like, you're going to bring it to Washington? And he's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring it. I'm like, why? Why the fuck are you going to bring this fucking bike? I'm like, one, it doesn't even give you that intensive a workout until I've never seen your ass even on this
Because
thing.
it was like lounging back. That's why he got it. I like TJ's effort noise. When TJ puts forth effort to do a physical task, he goes,
It's too hard.
Yeah.
Can't do it, guys. I can't do it. They're worthless. Let's play some of their fucking shit videos from the past.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Go away.
There's no God. Tell a friend.
Okay,
God,
I have
so
to
cringy.
I have to tell you, he's used that several times at the beginning of his videos.
Yeah, he has. But I mean,
It's like, same recycled bullshit, TJ. You're the fucking recycling center of ideas, TJ.
That's true. And I mean, just look at TJ. Right? This is so cringeworthy. I mean, is this?
Yeah.
It's almost like I'm watching Egghead at this point.
Is this like in your dad's garage or something?
Yeah, that was in California in our dad's garage.
Welcome, ladies. Well, why am I welcoming you? I'm the one coming back. All right. First things first. Even though I'm not in the mood, I'm much in the mood to talk about it right this.
Look at how fucking fidgety he is.
Not in the mood to talk about it. TJ, can you stand in one fucking place, dude? Come on,
very
man.
instant. I did promise that at my very earliest opportunity, I would take Mr. Keen's Atheist Challenge.
Whose?
Yeah.
Can we replay that part? Whose challenge?
He who has no name.
Who is that?
I don't quite recognize the name, but let's listen to it again.
Yeah.
I would take Mr. Keen's Atheist Challenge.
Keen's.
So here you go. Number 1. Would I prefer that there be a God? Well, let me see. Nope. I sure as fuck wouldn't. Not if this to believe that this world, that all the suffering and pain and torment and all that.
TJ, your hair, it's behind your ear.
Yeah.
Quit fucking with it.
TJ, put your hair up when you do a fucking
stuff
video.
Is actually the conscious will of a all-powerful entity. That does not make things better for me. I would much rather believe that they are all part of a, I don't want to say random.
Dude, I didn't realize how bad TJ used to be at video making. He's literally looking off to the side, like being like, I didn't really.
He's come a long way.
Yeah, if I can give you anything, TJ, is that you are better at this now than you used to be. You used to be dog shit, TJ. This is terrible, TJ. If you watch this shit and objectively, TJ would tear this video apart. Maybe not the content of it, but his performance, he would tear apart.
Yeah, if we play this on the show and it was somebody else. But I tell you what, if he was here and we played this, he'd be like, man, that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, of course. This is TJ we're talking about. He's never going to admit he's wrong.
But, for lack of a better word, a random construct. Something that happened purely by a dispassionate process. Not something that was, designed this way.
TJ seems really nervous while he's doing this video, too. He's like, construct.
Yeah.
Calm down, TJ. Calm the fuck down,
He's very
dude.
antsy,
He is, like, extremely antsy.
Way
Fuck.
by some sort of conscious being. I think that would be, well, that'd just be shit. I mean, George Carlin put it best. Results like the
Wow, TJ is just a George Carlin ripoff. That'd be shit. George Carlin said it. Real disappointed, TJ.
these do not belong on the resume of a supreme being. This is the kind of shit you'd expect from an office temp with a bad attitude. I think that's how he put it. If God were to be proven and it required service, would I do anything it told me to? Yes, because I don't want to go to hell. Whose life?
See, the only reason TJ would do something is because he would fear hell. Not because he's actually a moral person. Just as bad as the Christians he hates.
He's terrible. Terrible.
Life is more valuable, a 5-year-old child or a 50-year-old woman? You know, I don't know. I mean, what is this? Is this 50-year-old woman a crack whore or a scientist? I'm not sure.
TJ does not value all human life. Sad.
Yeah, sad.
He's like, look, what? So TJ is basically a merit-based approach to life. He doesn't care if the 5-year-old had, look, the 5-year-old might grow up to be
Hitler number 2.
It might grow up to be Hitler. Might grow up to cure cancer. TJ, we can't determine the value based upon our own standards. We have to just either defend all life or condemn it all. TJ, and TJ's condemning life.
Yep.
Wow.
Crack whores don't matter.
Yeah,
crack
don't
whore
matter.
lives matter. TJ. Crack whore lives matter.
I think that's true. That's a very good point, Ben. Thank you for pointing out, TJ. What
Hashtag crack whore lives matter.
And
tweet that at TJ's sorry stupid ass. He's getting blasted in the eyes with lasers right now. They're trying to fix his eyes.
But Ben, has a crack whore never turned their life around either?
They're irredeemable in TJ's eyes.
So it's just, it doesn't matter if you're 50, just kill him. Just kill him. Or a 5-year-old, you haven't done anything yet, so you haven't enjoyed life. You haven't really lived life. Die. So, I can't believe this. TJ should refuse.
Low energy TJ.
Yeah, he should have refused to answer this question and said, you know what, I could never make that choice.
I can't dignify that with a response.
Because I would go for all life. I want to save all lives, TJ. That's why people say all lives matter, but it doesn't matter to TJ. It's kind of sad.
I mean, is this 5-year-old child going to grow up to be an astrophysicist? I mean, it kind of depends.
Well, look at you, TJ. You grew up to be a fucking fat guy that yells at a camera. Should we have just killed you? If you were that 5-year-old child, TJ, no, you'd want to have lived. You'd want to have to go on to have your life, TJ. It's not really... I'm just depressed to hear you say this, man.
I mean, I need to know more about the question. If I'm just going to base...
Wow. You need to know more about which life you should destroy, TJ? How about neither, buddy?
Based on that, I'd say the child. But, if the woman is, the president of the United States or something, yeah.
So he values the life of the elite over the little guy, basically.
Yeah. So it's just, hey, is it some rich CEO? Well, let them live.
The president. Let the president live. Let the kid die.
Oh my God,
man,
I'm so disappointed right now.
Wow, I forgot that he even made this video, and I thought I knew him.
Many did.
I thought I knew him.
I think people in the audience right now are really we're finally seeing the real TJ.
What would it take for me to believe in God? Just see him,
See him, See him. What kind of response is this?
See him,
It's called evidence, TJ, you fucking nitwit. Look at this look on his face.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw him, how would you know that you weren't just seeing, delusional fantasies or something?
Exactly. Like, TJ, you'd want evidence. Man, TJ's videos used to be really bad. You're really bad at video making, TJ. What's wrong with you?
All he would have to do is do something. To do something that, substantial, that we could all see and could be measured and
Okay.
I believe in rain. I believe in I believe in sunshine and flowers and
You believe in rain, sunshine, and flowers. God, the delivery on this is awful. TJ, script your fucking shit. I never realized how bad TJ was at video making back in the day, but he was. But I guarantee you, if he was watching this, he would be, and it was someone else, from 8 years ago.
he'd be tearing it up.
He'd be tearing it up. So that's why I'm tearing him up.
And I've never seen TJ wear a shirt like this. He doesn't dress like this anymore.
Yeah, Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's like a shirt with like a breast pocket on it. He just needs like a couple pens in it.
TJ has surprisingly more fashion sense now than he did then, and that's not saying much.
Yeah,
trees and birds, because I can see them.
You
and
know,
they're there.
you know,
and we know that they exist, and we all agree.
Dude, she just knew fresh to me. I know birds exist because they're chirping in the tree. I know trees exist because I can see them.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
We have a consensus that these things are real. I mean, well, unless there's that whole Descartes demon fucking with us or whatever. But I mean, barring.
So TJ just read some Descartes. So intellectual TJ.
This is TJ making a response video to the Brettster, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, interesting.
Really sad, TJ. Really sad. Let's see if there's any other juice in this.
Matt, we all know these things exist. We see them every day. We don't see any sort of God. We don't see its influence, and we can't.
Let's move on. Let's watch his very first video really quick here.
Oh God, this is okay. This is a circle.
This is my first video.
Such a fake voice. This is
my first video.
So good. This is my first video.
This is my
TJ
first
here.
video.
Let me tell you guys something. Let me continue. Let the cringe fest continue.
Which is what everyone says. Well, my first YouTube video. I've been coming around for a while, looking at everyone else's and kind of mocking them as I'm.
Oh my God, TJ!
Edgelord.
This is so put upon. Like, you wonder why? Because look, watch any of TJ's other videos. TJ does not talk like this. I do not know why he affected this.
I don't know nobody or nothing. That's how TJ talks.
Awesome. God, guys, it's TJ here.
Go ahead.
I'm sure most of you are mocking me now.
Yep.
Oh,
You got it.
I'm just sick of,
Oh,
I don't know what I'm sick of. Everything, I guess.
Oh, you're such an edgelord, dude.
I guess this is my first video really translates to please forgive how crappy and amateurish this video is. I don't even have a stand. I'm holding it with my hand, which is why it's so shaky.
That's
Anyway.
TJ. That's TJ right there.
This is gonna be one of those.
Hold on a second. It says we're still broadcasting, but like our stream.
It's all good.
Things where
Things where
some badly lit guy.
I lurk in the darkness of my inner self.
The weird thing about this is that he's actually describing the problems with it. Like, this is amateurish, this is dark. It's like, TJ, you could have just put the camera on something, even with not having a tripod, or go buy a tripod before you make a video. Like, I don't get, you already see the problems.
This video demonstrates how TJ paces, because TJ is a pacing motherfucker. He'll just get up and walk like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth.
Yeah, that definitely runs in our family, because I'll do the same shit.
As if you give a shit. I don't know what my opinion is on any of this shit.
What?
I'm just gonna ramble and stumble upon some wisdom or idiocy as I might.
Oh my God, TJ! I forgot how bad this.
He's so bland.
Some wisdom or idiocy as I might.
Yeah, see, he had to develop this over time. He didn't have it immediately, you know?
No, oh no, like yeah. I could have told you that. Like the first couple of years, TJ did YouTube videos. Like it was, he was kind of clueless on how to do it.
Of course. Well, and it was a new thing too.
Oh well, yeah, of course.
That's another thing. Like
I mean, that TJ knows that he knows what he did.
Let's start. Well, I guess since we've never met, it'd be proper to start with an introduction. My name is T.L. Kincaid.
No, wrong. You're already lying, TJ. The first thing out of your mouth is a lie. Which is funny, because it actually wasn't TJ that revealed his real name, was our mom.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.
21 years of age. I know I look a little older. I'm basically your average, everyday person, I guess. You know, aside from the, insanity and actual...
Oh, my God.
That was so edgy. You know, I'm basically just an average person aside from the insanity. What?
Want some edge, TJ?
Yeah. Aside from the insanity.
There's some edge for you, TJ.
Jesus. This is probably when he was writing that horrible poetry.
Oh, the edge. Oh, the edge is getting me right now, TJ.
IQ and the triple
IQ.
digits, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. Not like that's important.
Triple digit IQ, TJ.
I just felt like mentioning that, but it's not like that's important or anything.
I'm Mensa member TJ, super smart, so smart.
I have not yet done YouTube, I guess, because,
No shit, it's your first video.
you know, frankly, I don't think most of you would understand me anyway, but
Oh my God!
I could be wrong. I've
That
seen...
is so. Oh, I'm getting cut. Oh. I don't think any of you would understand me.
Oh my God!
What a
I
fag.
couldn't write a character this bad. No one understands me. No one likes me. Dude, I cannot believe this is real.
I was thinking about doing YouTube, but I decided not to because I don't think anyone would even understand me.
Yeah, a fucking video site that people just at this time. Like, look, to give context, this is 10 years ago, so this is not. People were just no one knew what YouTube was about. There was people like posting South Park on it. It was just like no one really knew. It was like, I don't know, just post whatever on it.
Yeah, yeah.
This is before YouTubers were really
Like
a thing.
vlogging
Yeah.
and shit.
Recently, some very intelligent people on YouTube speaking about, you know, atheism and libertarianism and
You know who he's talking about.
Who could it be?
I know who he's talking about.
Who could it be?
other subjects like that. And I even seen a few people that are more arrogant and you know, just all-around bastards than I am. So I figure if these people can actually get halfway liked on YouTube, maybe I have a chance too.
I guess you were right about that.
He was right.
You know what? If we have to give you anything, you were right about that. There are people that like you, surprisingly, TJ, even though you're a fucking complete edgelord.
Yeah.
But I guess they're probably just edgelords too. So whatever.
Probably not, but you know, because I'm sure I'm more arrogant than I even realize I am.
True.
Anyway.
Yeah, I honestly, you know what? I'll give you that as well. I don't think you realize like how you come across to other people, obviously, because you're not them. But like, we've literally been places with TJ, and like, he will get the most foul looks. TJ will do this to somebody. Oh yeah, can I help you? Yeah, I need this, and this. Thanks.
Yeah. Bye.
Yeah, he'll
do this like go away now.
Oh no, he's been called at him before. Because we went to this restaurant one time. It was like me and TJ, my mom. And like TJ, they said, you know, what do you want to eat or whatever, and TJ says it, and he does this. I have to have my hand on the camera.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm like, what is the woman just looked at him, like, what is that? He's like, oh, it means you can go away. And she was like, and we're like, oh shit. Well, TJ's food's getting fucked with. I mean, like, that's just always been TJ, but he does it all the time. Like people just do it to people. Like, yeah, okay.
That's so stupid that he doesn't realize that person can fuck with his food, and there's like no way they could really get caught. I mean, like,
besides filming it.
Yeah.
Which who's gonna be that dumb? I mean, well, yeah, you know, I take that back. There are people dumb enough to film them doing shit like that in restaurants. But
sure.
For the most part, people are smart enough to know, like, oops, this steak fell on the floor.
That person handles the food you're about to eat in a place where you don't see it.
Yep.
Until they bring it out to you, and you're gonna like, oh man, he did the same thing to a stripper and got cussed out by a stripper in front of me.
See, that's why you can only do that. Look, you can do that at like Chipotle. You can do that at fucking, you know, Subway. You can do that any place you can see them making the food. You can be a whatever kind of dick you want. Because I mean, they can't do anything. You're right there looking at them. But beyond that, if you're at a fucking nice restaurant, that's where we're gonna fuck with food the most. Let's just be honest here, because that's filled with pricks like TJ.
Yep.
Let's start this with a discussion of, well, first let's start with an explanation as to why my lighting keeps changing and why
yeah, sit down, and it's not a discussion, it's a video.
Objects in the background keep moving around.
Oh, well, with TJ, usually, you know, he does most of the talking, so that's a discussion.
Well, we're talking about when TJ's listening, yeah, he has to be talking.
Yeah.
If he's not talking, he's usually not listening.
No, he's staring at his phone.
I'm pacing right now. I find that I'm better when I pace. And
what was that Wesley smile, dude? You made fun of Wesley Crusher on Star Trek for that weird fucking smile he does. And what did you just...
Wesley TJ. Wesley TJ.
Dude, TJ might as well be Wesley.
Yeah, it'd be funny to like Photoshop TJ's head on like the body of Wesley when Wesley's wearing like that purple jumpsuit.
Hey, if anyone watching wants to do that, tweet it to us and we will tweet the shit out of TJ.
Fuck yeah.
I could probably brighten this a little bit later, but
and then he'll crash his car.
If it looks anything like it does in the LCD, I'm pretty much a nigger right now.
Whoa, edgelord TJ.
I am the nigger. People will respect me now.
Let's start with an explanation of how I think America works.
Okay.
Because I don't think you can really listen to anyone's opinions on anything until you get a good idea of what their overall broad stroke general view is of everything. You know, you have to tell people what you think in the broad sense before you can even give them all your little reasons.
Okay, there's no way TJ really believes this. Like, TJ, you jump on everyone for every little thing. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way that you're sitting around like, I need to know everyone's perspective on, like, America in general. You know, the world in general, reality in general. I mean, that's not a conversation you're going to have with most people to begin with.
Reasons why. Okay. A lot of people think that, well, first of all, I am an atheist. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in Jesus or Buddha or Allah.
You should.
Any
you
of
should,
those,
TJ.
Divine bastards.
God, stand fucking
Allah,
still.
Yeah.
No, he can't.
Especially Allah. I think that the Islamic people get off a little too easy because people are afraid to criticize them. But let me just say right now, I'm not afraid to criticize them. I think that Islam is the most bloody, stupid fucking religion, followed by towelhead idiots all around the globe. And I don't think that's a racist statement because any Arab person of intelligence stopped wearing that shit long ago.
So, like, I will point out that a lot of people say, like, TJ was, like, soft on Islam or something. And usually when they say that, I point them to this part of this video.
Yeah, this is literally TJ's first video. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't agree with that he's soft on Islam or he doesn't, or he's, like, an apologist. Like, but there's just people out there that will call you whatever. Just,
well,
you know.
if you're not, like, as far to one direction as they are, then they call you the opposite of what they are. Like, you know, we've been called racist, and then we've been called regressive. And
as if having a nuanced position is basically, oh yeah. I'm just gonna say every time that something happens in the Middle East, you know, oh yeah, nuke Iran, do it, fucking kill all these people. I'm like, no, I'm not willing to say that there should be all out fucking war and we should be doing this stuff. Like, I don't think that makes us better than saying, hey, there's these people we think are barbaric and you know they're doing these heinous things. Like, well, don't we just lower ourselves by doing the exact same thing? Yeah. But on the other side of the coin, I understand that there's other issues. Like, there's a lot of times with immigration, there's kind of like a paradox because you have people who don't really aren't really as forward thinking, aren't really as free thinking, and they're like, no, free speech shouldn't be allowed because it's basically insulting. As I've heard them say it over and over, I've heard Islamic people make well, it's an insult, so it's not really free speech because you're just insulting someone. It's like, no, that's not how free speech works. It defends, you know, unpopular ideas and popular ideas. But I mean, we don't need to protect popular ideas. We don't need to protect, we don't need to protect someone saying ice cream is good. We need to protect someone saying, you know, fuck this or fuck that, or I don't agree with this, or these people are all destroying our country or whatever. I mean, as long as they're not advocating violence or encouraging violence, people should have their say. And I mean, that's a huge issue, and it's on both sides, unfortunately, now, because we have a lot of SJWs that will go around telling people, oh, well, you can't say that, and you should be kicked out, you should be deplatformed because that someone finds that offensive. And it's like, well, no, that's the whole purpose behind freedom of speech, is that you defend, you know, I don't even say those ideas are necessarily unpopular, But they still have the right to be heard because no one's encouraging, like, kill transgender people, but someone might say, I think it's wrong. Well, let them have that opinion. Just argue.
They're allowed to think it's wrong.
Yeah, but have a debate with them or argue with them or say, hey, I don't agree with this and this is why. I mean, I don't see what's so bad about that instead of just trying to ban that speech. Like, what is really good? I don't
have a problem with them thinking that it's wrong. It's when they don't want those people to have rights that I think it's wrong.
Oh, yeah, that totally crosses the line. That's talking about human rights and dignity and, like, look, just because I don't agree with someone's lifestyle, or I do, I don't think I should have any say in someone being transgendered or not, and I can't determine...
Transgenders probably don't do very well in Muslim countries.
Yeah, but I can't determine, a lot of these issues. Like, no one really has the authority or the judgment to say, well, this is right or this is wrong. I mean, that's subjective to a degree, and it's also, I don't want to be some moral arbiter with someone I don't know and say, well, I want to make this decision about you and say this is good or bad. I just don't know. I don't know what the correct choice is, and it's probably dependent a lot on, the individual and the situation.
Oh God. Oh my God. I didn't see that coming. All right. All right, here's another video.
Hey. As an atheist, I spend a lot of my time, at least in my
God, you're an angel, Paul.
What the fuck?
But, damn, Paul is way skinnier, Paul.
Yeah, he doesn't even look like the same person.
Paul, it's time for you to fucking, look, you're moving here. I know you have a few days of celebrating, but you got to get back on that fucking, back on that wagon, Paul. Lose some weight.
He's got to go to the gym, do some running on the treadmill.
We're going to fucking Europe, man. I don't know if you know what that means yet.
Yeah, and you said you want to go, and you said you want to go do things. So.
And last time we were there, we did not take a car pretty much anywhere, dude, except to the airport, like a taxi or an Uber. Like, we walked. We took public transit. So, a lot of walking. You better be ready. You better be fucking ready, Paul.
Own head, debunking people's claims and being intensely skeptical about people's claims of supernatural events or spiritual events.
I just can't get over, like, Paul looks way different.
Yeah.
Like, this is like blowing my mind because, like, it has Paul's voice, but it's like I almost feel like the new Paul is like a Jesuit fucking clone.
There's different energy though to his voice. Do you hear that?
Yeah,
there is. There's like a different energy.
Dude, Paul is a Jesuit, man. I'm convinced now. Look, this is the real Paul. This is probably the last time we saw the real Paul. The last time he made one of these videos back in the day, that was the real Paul. Then the Jesuits swapped him out, and now we got the current Paul.
But by the same token, I've never met one person in my entire life, and rational or no, that doesn't have at least one story that they wouldn't believe if it hadn't happened directly to them, if they hadn't been there. And I love hearing people tell these stories because I don't believe a fucking word of them. But people are always so sincere when they're telling them. And because I have an experience like that, there's a little piece of me that wants to believe this shit happened. And so I'm interested.
Okay, so this is the guy. Just let's clarify. So, Paul, we were all in New Orleans.
Yeah.
And TJ and Chelsea staged like a bathroom scene to look like they
ghosts.
Yeah, like they may look like a ghost or something weird happened. So Paul comes to me and is like, "Hey Scotty, man, what's up, dude?" I'm like, "Nah, nothing much." "You know what happened with the bathroom?" I'm like, "No, what happened with it?" He's like, "It was all messed up and weird and there was shit strewn everywhere." I'm like, "It's probably just like TJ or something, you know." Paul's like, no, I asked TJ. Look, dude, I asked TJ.
That's like the most rational and like believable solution. Like, it was probably just TJ being stupid.
Well, because I told him, I was like, if you didn't do it and I didn't do it, it was TJ. No, TJ swears. I'm like, dude, I wouldn't trust you.
What? Seriously, what? TJ swears, therefore TJ not lying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I haven't told him, like, you really can't trust TJ. I'm like, look, this is TJ's MO all over it. It's probably TJ. No, man. I asked Chelsea. Look, I even asked Chelsea too. I'm like, TJ and Chelsea are a couple. They're
gonna lie.
They're not gonna have any compunction lying to you.
A lot of the people that subscribe to me, a lot of the people that I watch here on YouTube are some extraordinarily rational people. And yet I'd be willing to bet you all have a story like this. And I'm going to tell you mine. And maybe you can tell us yours. Mine goes a little something like this.
All right,
when I was 8 years old, my parents got a divorce and filed for bankruptcy, and we lost our house. And my mother went to live with some friends, and my dad was forced for a period of time.
Holy shit, Paul is fucking skinny. Holy fuck, dude! I didn't like. You know what?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Like, I always thought Paul was chunky, but looking at his, I can just tell with his arm. Like, he doesn't look like super thin,
Yeah.
but his arm is wiry. Damn, Paul. You gotta fucking, dude, Paul. You gotta get back on that wagon, man.
To live in a mobile home.
Okay.
Now, I'm really revealing my deep, deep white trash roots with this story, but fuck it. I'm white trash. My sister and I didn't live in the mobile home with them. We actually lived in a camper shell that was on blocks next to the mobile home. Now, a camper shell, I don't see a lot of these around these days.
I know what it
they
is.
fit on a full-size pickup, and it's like a little module that you would attach to the back of a pickup.
Yeah, I've seen those things.
And
people use them primarily. They're called the camper for a reason.
Yeah.
You tow it behind your pickup, and you just sleep in it at night. It's basically just a bed, and like, you know, maybe like a microwave or some shit. But usually, just they're pretty small.
Yeah, I've seen the one. It like fits into the bed of your pickup truck.
Yeah. Well, the one he's talking about is like really small.
Yeah, I've seen ones where like you drop it down into the back of your pickup truck, and there's like a door.
Yep.
On the back of it. That's yeah.
So they were Poe.
it's basically like a 1 or 2 person camper.
Yeah, true.
So anyway, my sister and I lived out of that. My dad lived out of this mobile home. And the great thing about it for me is that this mobile home and camper shell was parked in my best friend's backyard. So it sounds really awful, but for an 8-year-old, it was awesome. It was like camping out every night. My best friend was always spending the night. We were hanging out all the time. It was great. So one night, my best friend John and I were in this camper shell, and we were laying on our stomachs in the bed, and the bed goes up and over the top of the cab, so it's raised up, and there's a window. And so we were staring out this window. Now, we were nerds. I mean, complete nerds. We watched Star Trek: The Next Generation. We were both Star Wars nerds. And I guess...
So, you know what? We have to give Paul some points over TJ right now. Like, Paul has actually told the story.
Yeah, you know what? Paul says he's run out of stories, but I have a feeling Paul has stories that he's, like, forgotten. Like, this is a story. I've never heard this one before.
That's true. I've never heard this before.
Yeah.
So, but like, look, credit to Paul. Paul's actually telling the story. There's actually like a rhythm to what he's doing. Whereas like TJ was just like, oh god. So Paul, the structure is already way better than TJ. So you know, Paul's just a better video maker than TJ.
I agree. Better than TJ.
Let's continue on.
I guess that's why there's a really skeptical part of me that wants to just discount this entire experience to an overactive young mind, an overactive imagination. But this experience is so real for me. The memory of it is so vivid that I have never been able to shake it my entire life. And as skeptical as I am, I've never been able to get over this. So we're laying in this camper, and we're looking out over his property. He had a pretty decent piece of property. And so we were looking, and we're talking about aliens, probably. And I was looking at this star, and there was this blue star in the sky, and I'm staring at this as we're talking. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this star moves across the sky. A very deliberate, very rapid movement. Moves across the sky and stops. And so I was startled. I told him, I said, John, that star just moved. And he says, no. I said, yes, no, just watch it. Watch. And so we laid there and watched and kept talking, and sure enough, about 15 minutes later, it moved again, and he saw it. So we were instantly convinced that this was aliens. There was some sort of alien encounter going on. And so we formulated...
Okay, so this is already, this is like total fucking kid shit right here. Like, we saw something move, he saw it too.
Oh, yeah, sure.
And you're saying your favorite show was was Star Trek: The Next Generation, and you love Star Wars.
And we've also seen how Paul can be easily tricked into believing something.
Well, yeah. Also, perspective. Like, what was Paul? Was he actually looking at the night sky? What was he seeing? We don't know. I mean, like, there's no guarantee he was actually even looking at a star. But the stars are the past, anyways. That's just the light from the stars that we're seeing. So.
Yeah, and I mean, the further away they are, the longer it takes the light to get to us.
Exactly.
So a lot of the stars we see here may not even exist anymore.
Yeah. Oh no, definitely not.
The plan. The next night was a weekend. We were going to camp out in his backyard underneath the stars, and we were going to experience some alien shit. Come hell or high water,
So they already going with this mindset. They're already kind of primed. It's kind of it's kind of called prime. Like your mind is already looking for something. Like if I'm looking for a pattern, I'm going to see the pattern. I mean, Paul and his friend are already looking for, like, we're going to see aliens. We're going to see. So this just sounds like some kids, that wanted to see some aliens and it was fun for them.
We were going to get abducted or have a close encounter of the third kind or something. The next night, we got a little ice chest packed up with some snacks in it and some sodas. We had a blanket and a couple of sleeping bags.
I think there's probably only one sleeping bag, to be honest. I think Paul's trying to tell us about himself. The little romantic picnic. 8-year-old romance. All right, Paul. Well, I guess they're both 8, so I mean, I guess it's all right.
Well, he did have that weird theory about the Goonies, so.
Just saying.
He had a little voice recorder because we wanted to get some sort of audio documentation if there was an alien. So anyways, we camped out. We stayed.
What? Audio documentation of an alien?
I mean, like, what would that even prove, though? Like, this crazy sound, that's an alien.
Oh, it's an alien.
Even if it was.
Yeah, that's not proof. Oh, God, you guys were dumb kids, but you're kids, so whatever.
We stayed up pretty late that night, and eventually we passed out. Nothing happened. Now this is where it gets weird. To the best of my recollection, it was the wee hours of the morning. I woke up. Now, his property sloped. There was a hill that sloped down, and at the bottom of this hill there was a pond. Now, we had camped out on the top of this hill, looking out over this big pond that he had on his property. And when I woke up, all of our stuff, including us, had moved to the bottom of this hill. Now, I shit you not. Right there it becomes unbelievable, and right there 99% of you.
Okay, well, look, there's so many theories about that. One, how do you know your parents didn't just move you? Two, how do you know you even camped in the spot you really thought you camped in? I mean, maybe there was there was cloud covering and there was moonlight.
8 years old, fuzzy memories for sure.
Well, I mean, everyone has. There's no human memory that's perfect. So that's what I'm saying. You take an 8-year-old, they're disoriented, they're tired. It's 3 a.m. It's very easy to think, oh, this is how this happened, and not even realize they were playing and they didn't even know what happened to the stuff.
You just rolled your eyes, but I'm telling you, I woke up and all of our shit, undisturbed, had moved to the bottom of this hill. So I woke John up and I said, John, look where we are. And he's groggy and he looks around and he notices what has happened. I mean, the blanket was in the exact same spot. The ice chest had moved with us. His tape recorder was there.
My theory is they never moved and they just think they did.
It's a solid theory.
Because I mean, like, look, I mean, when we're talking about memories, like, to you, the memory is real. And Paul, I'm sure in his mind, remembers it happening that way. But who's to say that's actually what happened? Because you're not, I mean, like, look, you're not an objective source of information.
There, everything was as it should be, except for we were 75 feet from where we had camped. And as we're freaking out about this, I hear a noise, and my attention's drawn to the pond that we're pretty close to. We're about 20 feet from the pond now. And I hear a noise, and I see something on the edge of the pond to the left-hand side of the pond, and I kind of elbow John in the ribs, and I said, look. And he looks. Now, I don't know what it was, but there was something in the brush on the left-hand side of the pond moving. And it was messing with the water. We heard it splash, and we heard a ripple. Now, this was not a frog jumping, because there was something outside of the pond, something large.
So you're in the country, you're by a source of water, and you hear it sounds to be a larger animal.
A fish? A frog?
Yeah, I mean...
a turtle?
Well, I'm just saying, like, there could be anything. It could be deer. It could be... There's so many possibilities. Like, they couldn't see. They don't know. And, the story to me doesn't make any sense. It's like, look, I really, to buy this story, you have to buy that Paul's memories are just a totally accurate representation of what really happened. Which, to me, like, an 8-year-old waking up in a field at night, groggy... like hyper alert, scared. I mean, that's just natural, like, for human biology. You're alone at night, you're scared, you're like, I can't see what's going on, I'm distrustful of this. So their anxiety is already high, and they're already expecting, like I said, they're already primed to see an alien or have some weird encounter. So I think their mind just sees everything that happens as strange or weird.
Enough to be probably a young child or a man, maybe. I didn't see a humanoid outline, but there was something. Now, it could have been, he lived out in the country, it could have been a pig or I don't know what fucking lives out there.
A horse?
But I don't think a pig is capable of doing what happened next. So we're already freaked out about the whole moving downhill thing. So we decide we're going to go check this out. He clicks his tape recorder on, and we walk towards this thing really quietly. We get about 15 feet from where this thing is standing on the edge of the pond. It's incredibly dark. We're talking country dark.
Yeah, so they can't see it.
So the stars and the moon, that's the only light you have. So we can't.
They didn't think to go camping to bring a fucking flashlight?
Yeah.
That's so
Who
dumb.
goes camping without a flashlight?
Yeah, you need a flashlight. You guys were kind of dumb kids.
See shit. And
so you can't see, so you don't know.
I took the little microphone and I was going to call out to this thing, and I said into this microphone, and he still has this tape, I said, hello. And as soon as I vocalized that H, as soon as that H came out of my mouth, this thing took off and ran across the water. Now,
no fucking way, dude. No fucking way. Like, you're right. This is a story that I would not believe at all.
Yeah, something running across water. There's only a few animals that can do that sort of thing.
Well, he's basically saying, like, something large ran across
like
the
a
water.
horse size, like a dog, like how large?
Well, one, it depends. How deep is the water? Two, how do you know where the pond was? You already said that you didn't. You don't really know where you're at. You know, you're saying it's country dark. You can't see. So you don't. I mean, this sounds to me like they put this into this kind of was inserted into their minds. Like they believe this happened. But in all actuality, this didn't even come close to happening the way they said, because they couldn't see, so you don't know it ran across water. How would you see that, is what I'm saying. Like, I've been out in the country at night plenty of times. Like, you can't see fucking shit unless you have a light source, or there's a full moon.
Not through the water, it didn't swim, it ran across the water. It went incredibly fast and traversed the entire pond and left a wake.
How do you see that?
Like a speedboat would leave. And on the audio tape that he still has, you hear us freaking out about this. Oh my God, And so we were both done at that point. That was it. He packed up his shit and went back to his house, and I went back to the camper. And that's pretty much the end of that. But I tell you, to this day, that memory is so incredibly vivid in my mind. It's so real.
Yeah,
look at the madness
exactly. It's so real, but it's probably not real. I mean, like, it's a nice story, and if someone told me the story, I'd probably politely listen, but I wouldn't believe that element to it. I believe they went out as kids and did that to the degree that I believe they were actually out having fun, but I don't believe anything after that. Like, them waking up, how do we know that's not Paul having a dream? How do we know that's not, just him totally misremembering the events? How do we know?
I mean, they could have reinforced one another's kind of
narrative, yeah.
Yeah. And then pathologically kind of ended up believing their own bullshit.
Well, I've heard plenty of times. I'll talk about people I knew when I was a kid, and we'll talk, tell stories or talk about it, and I'll remember the story totally different than them. There'll be parts where they said I did things I don't remember doing. Maybe I did do them, but I don't remember it. You know what I mean? So you have those conversations. You just see how faulty human memory is from one person to another. Talking about events that happened, in Paul's case, 25 years ago, probably longer, 28, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, how well, at the time he was probably, 28? So probably 20 years ago at the time he's recalling a story when he was a child. I mean, come on. That's not something you're going to remember all that well for most people.
All right, guys. We weren't really originally supposed to be doing a show tonight. We're just doing this because we wanted to give you guys some content. We got a little bit of time left, but we're going to have to wrap it up here within the next 5 to 8 minutes-ish. So, I guess since this is cutting the fat, we're just gonna trash Paul and TJ for this entire episode.
Yeah, because I gotta go in 5 minutes, so we'll just wrap this up in the next 5 minutes.
All right, so here's another Paul.
YouTube is serious fucking business today. I am not joking.
He's wearing his Starbucks shit. Paul always talks about how he used to work at Starbucks, and you can see he's got the Starbucks logo on his shirt. Isn't that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not a joke. Are you people prepared for this? I need your undivided attention. I know I've fucked around in the past, but does this look like I'm fucking around today? Look at the way that my brow is crinkled. I am serious, people. We need to hear what this man has to say, so let's listen up.
Okay.
Dude, there are lines, and you've crossed every one of them.
Dun, 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 dun.
So now we're seeing Paul get a little fatter here.
Yeah, I don't know the time differential between these two videos.
Looks like the same place because this is during the day. It has the same TV, so this is like his living room. He's working at Starbucks, but yeah, Paul looks like. So this was in the beginning of Paul, because I can see it in his face more. Like his other video, is a little bit skinnier. So now Paul's put on the weight. He's at Starbucks, drinking a lot of those fucking, sugary drinks they have there. Cause I don't go to Starbucks. I don't even know, like a mocha frappuccino.
Paul told me he used to do a lot of like crash dieting, so this could have been before or after.
Oh,
so yeah.
So this is a Paul Ownage video. We're going fucking kicking it old school.
Did you hear that? I have crossed every moral line in the fucking book. What could I have possibly done that could be so fucking horrible? We need to find out.
Dude, Paul is pissed. I'll tell you what. Like, I've hung around Paul, and this is basically how Paul looks. Like, he'll do this. Like his eyes will look really intensely angry.
Yeah.
And he looks fucking pissed off.
The reason I put that video on my page is because it's funny. I mean, he said his mom wants.
Like, right now, it's painful for Paul to listen to this.
My nuts. Do you not understand the comedic humor in that?
I guess I don't. I guess I've got a really underdeveloped funny bone, because I watched that video that you front page, and I didn't see funny, I saw stupid. Go figure, I saw stupid. The same thing I saw when I watched all the other videos that this kid made directed at me or you.
You know what? We even talked about this. Like, man, Paul's gotten saltier. But you know what? I just see this now. Like, now Paul's always been a salty guy. Because I mean, look, this is in the past, and you kind of acknowledge it. Like, Paul is definitely a salty dude. Like, I'm just seeing it now. Like, I think before, like, now that I'm watching this old stuff, I'm like, kind of like, yeah, Paul was a salty fuck back in the day. So was PJ. That's why they get along.
But apparently you saw funny, and as we're about to hear, apparently you saw cute and.
And the lightheartedness and shit, and it's like kind of nice and sweet that he thinks I'm so cool. That's the reason it's up there. I appreciate that shit. But where you cross the line is you sit there for fucking 8 minutes and make fun of this kid that's half your age. That's retarded.
In the situation with the individuals.
Look at his face. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Salty Paul.
Dude, screenshot.
Salty Paul.
This is a screenshot right here.
Salty Paul. Salty Paul. Yeah, this should be the new meme because White Guilt Paul is played out. This should be
salty Paul. Yeah, dude, salty Paul. Hashtag salty Paul. Everyone go tweet that to Paul. Like this is Paul now. This is like, God, this is perfect. This is the fucking perfect.
This is the perfect salty Paul pose.
Because this captures it. Like, if you're really around Paul, this captures like Paul's feelings. Like, I think part of him is really sad and part of him is really angry.
Paul-ty.
He is Paul-ty, man.
Getting Paul-ty.
Fuck. Paul's well seasoned here.
You're right. What have I done? What have I done? I've broken the most serious of commandments. I've forgotten the most serious of YouTube rules. 15-year-old kids are in.
Well, Paul, it's good to know you were always an over-the-top actor.
Fallible. Especially 15-year-old kids that make 4 full-length videos directed at you. Oh, God. Oh, God, or lack of God. What have I done?
Oh, see, now we got the shot of him. This looks really weird. We got the fucking...
This is like an acid trip.
Yeah, this is acid trip, Paul, dude.
Acid trip, Paul.
This is awesome! God, Paul, you're fucking screenshot gold tonight.
Yeah.
Are you serious with this shit, dude? Are you serious? Are you seriously gonna spend like 3.5 minutes sitting there trying your hardest to look incensed about this?
Sitting there.
This is beyond fucking pathetic, dude, because what you've done is you've tried to stand on some sort of moral high ground. You've taken this stupid 15-year-old kid and put him up as some sort of infallible, like, martyr in this situation. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? Like I can't even continue watching. Like I can't even finish. I'm not gonna finish. In fact, the argument that
Paul fucking rage quitted this argument. I mean, Paul, I hate to say it, but like if you had this reaction today, like back at it's funny because back in the day when you reacted this way, you had these really like forceful videos, like people applauded them, but now Like, that's the difference. Like, when Paul does this now, people are like, Sociopod, just can't handle it. Like, you just rage quit the argument. Like, people would eviscerate him today for a video like this. I guarantee you.
He can't handle criticism.
Yep, I guarantee you Paul would be eviscerated. Whereas back in the day, people were like, yeah,
that's cool. Good rant, Paul. Man.
Paul just ranting.
Yeah.
No one likes rants anymore, Paul. That's fucking 2008, Paul.
I think it's about time to wrap it up. No, I just want to say, best show ever. Best episode ever.
Cutting the fucking fat.
We cut the fucking fat. I hope you enjoyed it. Go to the meetup if you can. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.